Well, hot air balloon flight dates back to 1783. In fact, Benjamin Franklin witnessed the very first flight, leading the philosopher to marvel at the possibilities of manned flight, comparing it to a newborn baby. Well, this weekend, the infant Glass City balloon race returns to the area for the second straight year, and our own Sarah Sanchez took to the skies for the story.
We're bringing the fun to a whole new level here in Perrysburg this weekend. The second annual Glass City balloon race is back, and BCSN is going up for the ride. The process starts at dawn with a brief pilots meeting to make sure conditions are safe to fly in. Once pilots are given the okay, they start preparing their balloons.
So when we get ready to go fly, so first things we got to do is look at weather. We got to check winds or location. Usually, if we're doing competition, we'll choose a spot that's going to take us into the landing spot field, but based on the winds. So when we go to set up, we got to pull the basket out, so the basket here, and then we got to put the uprights on, and then the burners, and hook the hoses up, get the whole system, and then the envelope connects to the top of the basket, and then we spread that out and put a couple fans on it and get it all inflated. And then when you're ready to go hot, you hit the burner, and then it stands up. You have your crew keep weight on, and when you're ready to go, you take off. Bigger balloon, you obviously usually need more people. Those big ride balloons, they'll have, a bunch of guys. They're special shapes, and they'll, take 20 people sometimes. My balloon's a little bit smaller. It's a 90,000 cubic foot. I can usually set it up pretty comfortably with me and two crew. Usually somebody on the crown line, which is the rope that holds the balloon down when I go to inflate, and then somebody on the mouth. So usually a couple. I like to have as much crew as possible. So this morning we had a decent amount of people, and it's always good to have extra hands and then weight on the basket and stuff. So especially if it's a little windier inflation or something like that.
After getting the balloon and basket prepped, we were off to enjoy the sights from the sky. And whether it's your first flight up or your 100th, the feeling is always the same.
It's probably one of the most peaceful feelings. I think everybody would say, I think everybody's worried at first that's going to kind of be that roller coaster feeling, but they don't realize how smooth the takeoff is. And it's just kind of a graceful, smooth feeling. You get up, you're going, you're just kind of cruising. It's peaceful. You're looking at everything. Every once in a while you kick up some deer, some wildlife. It's just really cool. There's not anything else like it, I don't think. It's just so peaceful.
Even though flying hot air balloons can be relaxing, this weekend is all about some friendly competition.
So we'll do a bunch of different competitions this weekend. There are going to be a lot more competitive balloons out here this year. So for some of the competition, what we'll do fly-in. So last year they put an X out here. We had to go like a mile out and then fly into the field here. But there'll be different marks around the city, so sometimes we might take off from the same field, try to hit a mark. Just kind of depends on what the task caller decides that day. But they'll tell us task, and we got to go try to do it. So sometimes there's one task, sometimes there's 2 or 3 tasks in a flight, so that gets challenging to try to line those all up while you're flying.
But at the end of the day, it's just a great community event that's making its way back to Toledo.
Toledo used to have an event in Maumee at Fort Meigs, actually, back in the 90s. And, we always wanted to bring one back to this area because it's really a cool event. It's a free event. People always get a smile on their face when they see balloons, and we thought it'd be really cool to bring that back to this area. So last year we started it out very small, only about 9 balloons in Maumee. And, we're growing it year after year after year. So, this is going to be the biggest year yet for us with 16 balloons coming in. And it's going to be awesome. We should have some great flying weather this weekend. So, everybody should be able to see the balloons and hopefully put a smile on their face.